Hey everybody. So I pulled a complete knuckleheaded move. This is what the wheel chose for us. This is our Budgetsplosion game, the final one that I'm going to be reviewing today, and then I'm going to do a retro game. Which retro game? I don't know. Something fun, something cool. We'll pick something good. But here's the thing: is that this Mamma Jamma right here. Um, uh it like what I was using for the controls, I I created the world's stupidest video because the control for ducking under, like he actually does a little shoulder roll, it's kind of cool, um is the same as my pause and unpause my recording function. So every time I did a shoulder roll, I paused the footage, and every time I did a second one, I unpaused, and so the video was skittish and jumpy and terrible, and you couldn't really tell why. Only like I figured it out, and I was like, "Oh, that's why I made such a god awful video." So we have to try it again. We have to capture footage again. I've already been through some of these things. The graphics thing is terrible. Like, look, I know that you're using Unity of font here, but like, just put these in a box and have the box extend all the way over, or put a line underneath them so that we can tell which one goes to which thing. Because like, this looks like a mess. It literally looks like a mess. Either that or use a different font. No one will think the less of you for using a different font in your settings menu. Anyway, regardless, we're all on high for all the things. We're going to go back and we're going to play this Mamma Jamma, and we're going to enjoy it because it is stupid. Like, it's stupid and it's fun. I love that he says, "Ooh, piece of candy," like all the time. He's always saying that. I mean, not for everyone. There's my beautiful my jump skills. Oh no, and you got to time those out. And the funny thing is he does get faster over time, or at least it seems that way. But it's hard to tell because like of the way the graphics are, and because of the I don't know exactly all of the mechanics of how to show speed in a video game. Um, First of all, this is ecstasy. This is not speed. This is Molly. Anyway, for those of you who weren't alive when this first hit the streets. Anyway, true story. There's a generational divide on, oh, let's go under, let's go over here. Anyway, oh, look at him with his arms back. Yeah, like the longer you go, the more like Naruto run he runs. It's so dumb, so absolutely stupid. Um, cause like look at him jogging to start out. Then he starts running a little faster. It needs to scroll better. Like there's something missing here in the way that the scenery scrolls, because it just is not conveying the intended, oh god, uh the intended sense of speed. Oh, but look at him, he's Naruto running. He going for it now. Okay, oh, that's the other thing you got to get used to, is it changes immediately. Like I can, if I were to change right here, I could get all three of these things, no problem. In most games, like you would run beyond that point, but because of how fast this thing changes lanes, you are just not prepared for it. Oh god, that was terrible. Anyway, so yeah, there are things about the controls that are a little bit wonky, and there are things that are just kind of like charmingly broken, for lack of a better term. But yeah, I generally do like this. Like, it is pretty hilarious. I wish there were more variety, and maybe it's just I haven't reached, like, if there were a next stage and you were collecting something else, that would be awesome. There's just little, like, quality of life improvements that could be made that would be, like, ideal. Oh, God. But, all in all, it's pretty fun. Like, it's not the best auto runner I've ever played, but it's, oh God. Not the best auto runner I've ever played, but certainly not the worst. And certainly there is enough, like, stupid charm to, like, really make this thing worth playing. And so I yeah, I like this. I do. I will go on record as saying that I like this silly ridiculous thing. I love the ragdoll physics. The only thing that I would say is that you need stages, like every 500 meters or whatever, like have it just switch, and then have it be picking up blunts and then picking up syringes, or like whatever. That would really add some replayability to this, because you're emulating this sort of temple runish type of games. And also, like, you need to have some scrolling effects that give a sense of the speed of the game. And there's an interesting video about that on YouTube, and I had it on while I was zoomed out and not really paying attention. So I also don't know how to convey speed. But it was all about how racing games, like, if they actually played at the speed of what it's actually like to get behind the wheel of an automobile that's traveling at like 300 miles an hour, and like zipping around banked corners, and trying not to swap too much paint with the other competitors, like it would be way too hard, and the game would suck and everybody would hate it, because that type of racing takes a tremendous amount of training. Anyway, regardless, but yeah, but why not just play this while I'm talking about what should be fixed on it? I guarantee when you're playing budget games, there's a lot of things that you have to deal with the fact that, like, take the game as it is, because most of them have been abandoned, because I know how they get made. Like, I know people who code games, and when they're working on something like this, they're like, okay, here's an idea. I want to play with this. And a lot of times this is how, like, this might be someone's school project. This is how they learned how to do a thing in their gaming, their coding class or whatever. And, oh, God. Oh, you can, like, that's crazy. You can, whoop, bah, whoop. That is a crazy mechanic, that it'll just take whatever input you give it and do it immediately. Makes it kind of more difficult than it needs to be, but kudos to the developer for making this. It's delightfully interesting. Yeah. I wish there was a little more variety, and I wish there was a better sense of speed. Aside from that, nicely done. Good on you for making an auto runner that's like, it's an interesting little monkey. We'll not pretend that it's not, because it is. It literally is. Look, you got your little Justin Bieber here, who's getting all on the drugs. Is this meant to be Bieber? Because it's 100% Bieber. This is Bieber. He could sue for likeness and whatnot. Anyway, regardless, drug runner. Nice. Nicely done, friends. Could have done a little bit better, but still nicely done. Okay. Yeah. I was going to put a score on this, and I noticed it only had one other review. Obey the Fist. Look at this guy. Almost 7,000 products in account. 8,739 reviews. You are doing God's work, my friend, because this is a fake game. It's another asset flip. This was an Unreal Engine tutorial that somebody just changed the the assets in it, changed the the sprites, the backgrounds, the, what's on the signs, what you're collecting, etc., etc. And, So, once again, angry at the asset flip games. Why? Why, people? Like, somebody could make a game. Someone should make a game that is drug runner, that is done right, meaning that you create your own Justin Bieber, and you make your own silly signs, and then put in stages, give a better way of conveying speed, do it by having scrolling background, so like there probably wasn't very much effort put into this game by the person who's selling it on Steam. And I think there should be a way for us to flag sellers like this, because, and there needs to be a way for us to like prosecute them or something. Like there needs to be a penalty for doing this kind of crap, because like Steam is aware that it happens. They know what goes on, and it makes them, like, if you're Steam, you've got an interest in not having this kind of crap go down, because, like, you have so many games that are built on Unreal Engine and built on Unity and built with, every other dev kit out there. And each one of those has tutorials that people are, like, just flipping. And there are so many of these, and it makes me so angry when I find something that I'm like, hey, I'm enjoying this. This is fun. And then it turns out like it's an asset flip. Because somebody made this game. And whoever the original person was that coded this for Unreal Engine as a tutorial, please, you be the one. Make this, but like make it good. Make it be what it should have been, and then sell it yourself, and then let me know and I'll buy it. Like, so frustrated with this crap. I'm not even going to put a score on it. I'm not going to bother. I'm just angry at asset flip games, because here's the fact, is that now in my next, going shopping for Steam games thing, I'm going to have to check every single game and see if it's an asset flip. Because if it is, then I have to put it back, because I don't want to buy this crap anymore. But the problem is that I'm going out to buy the games that don't have a lot of reviews on them. You know what? No. Let's just put asset flip in here. Hopefully Steam looks through games that have negative reviews and asset flip on them. Yeah. What are you going to do? Anyway, people, make your own games, do your own work. I make my own videos. This is not somebody else's video with my name put on it. This is mine, terrible though it may be. I'm putting it out there as my own content. I made this. This is mine. And so it's upsetting that there are people who are trying to get away with this crap. Makes me angry. Yeah, if I keep going, I'm just going to ramble. Angry. Okay. Well, ladies and gents, sorry we can't end our Budgetsplosion roundup on a good note for today, but hopefully there'll be many more good games in the future. Thanks for tuning in and watching, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.